and welcome to the SEGA Lounge. My name's Casey. Yes, welcome. And I'm joined this week by my lovely co-hosts. Hello, guys. Back for another month. Hello, Lime Reversed.
Hello.
Hello, Lime Reversed.
Oh, hello.
Looking very comfy there, I have to say.
Indeed. With the Tails robe that I have.
Nice. That looks very, very comfy. Yeah. Excellent. Welcome.
Thank
you for joining us.
Take this down.
And also, hello, Green Viper 8, the best of the
Casey.
Green Vipers.
Less warm over here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, not so comfy.
No,
Not so comfy. No, definitely not. Yeah. Welcome to the SEGA Lounge, doing this live as we do every month to round up the news, the SEGA news. This is the SEGA Lounge, the podcast that's all about SEGA. The games, the music, the community, everything in between. And we, every month we do our news roundup of SEGA news. Some months are busier than others. This was a fairly quiet month, I think. Medium. I wouldn't say quiet. Yeah, quiet is too much. Medium, but still some interesting...
Too much.
Yeah, still some interesting stuff to cover, I think, for this episode. So we're live on Twitch, on YouTube, and Radio SEGA. Hello, Radio SEGA. And if you want to...
Nice wave for them there.
Why am I waving? It's radio.
It's... People can feel it, can hear it in your voice.
Feel my waves.
You can feel my wave. Hello.
Feel them.
Yeah.
My waves are being transported to you over the wave.
This is the sound of waves. Never mind. So, if you're watching or listening to us live, you can actually let us know what you think about everything that we're going to talk about today. If not, just leave us a comment on YouTube or your platform of choice and let us know your thoughts about all these amazing SEGA news of the month of November 2020.
But we were going to talk about now, my guys.
Yes, but first, I want to ask you guys.
I can't wait until we talk about the SEGA news.
You'll have to wait. Because first, I want to know what games you have been playing recently, guys. So, and we've talked about Sonic Rumble recently. We've talked about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Have you guys been playing any of those, for example, or anything else? Viper, let's start with you this time.
Shall we start with me? Okay.
I know what you've been playing on stream, at least.
Oh god, I've been playing Sonic Boom on stream, haven't I? I've been really throwing myself back in the deep end with that.
Please clarify. Sonic Boom, so people don't get spooked. Like, oh no, it's Rise of Lyric.
It's not much better though, is it? It's Shattered Crystal.
I mean,
former guest of the show. Sorry, I shouldn't be so mean about the games. Honestly,
I think it's much better. Actually, it's not a great game, but
yeah, there's levels to it. Like Rise of Lyric being the depths, Shattered Crystal. I'm not doing this on screen. Rise of Lyric being down there, Shattered Crystal being there. I'd say Fire and Ice goes above where I can show on the screen. It's a small box, but it's a pretty good game.
Yeah. That's accurate. Yeah. I just think Shattered Crystal is not as broken, so that automatically makes it a much better game.
Yeah,
than Rise of Lyric.
Like that, yeah. It brings all the memories flooding back of Rise of Lyric now that we've actually talked about it a little bit. So yeah, no, it is actually a step above that. For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you're playing?
Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, because we've had the DLC drops, so that's been in active rotation. Been a bit of a kart racer traitor. Had a lot of Kirby Air Riders on the go. For shame.
Oh yeah, that's out as well.
You've got to weigh up the competition, see how they compare. I now refuse any further comment about my opinion of it versus Sonic Racing CrossWorlds for the sake of this podcast. But both are still very good.
Is it enjoyable?
Yeah, it's a very Marmite game. You'll either love it or hate it, but I absolutely love it. So it's gone very nicely alongside. I've been treating that as a bit more of a single player game, and Sonic as a multiplayer game a bit more. So both have actually gone together very well.
Okay. Never played the original, so I really have
Likewise.
no idea. Oh, I thought you had played it.
No,
Okay.
never touched it. This was my first experience and had a really good time with it.
Excellent.
Good excuse to finally get to it.
Yeah. What about you, Lime? What have you been playing?
I have been playing lots of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. I am trying to get the S ranks. I have been able to get all of the S ranks for Sonic Speed.
Madness.
Yeah. I have them for Sonic Speed. I just need to get them for Supersonic Speed as well, and I'm kind of close. I just need them for one more Grand Prix, and then all of the CrossWorld stages as well, and then I have it all.
Yeah. And then you'll have to wait for the last of the crossover DLC stages to come.
Yeah.
So you can complete the last one.
Indeed. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe next month, probably. I don't know how it's working, or maybe
I don't know.
Is it like what's this next one? Mega Man?
Pac-Man's the next
Pac-Man?
one. We don't officially know when it's out, but we might have accidentally found out.
Oh, I don't know about that. So you're gonna have to tell me about it when we get to the Sonic Racing CrossWorlds section.
The wall of CrossWorlds that's in that document.
Yeah.
This next one is next month's nights, if I'm not mistaken.
December's Sega characters nights. Yeah.
Okay.
The next paid DLC is Pac-Man.
Okay, so it's actually every couple of weeks, so it's usually like that.
Lots of parties.
Yay.
So many festivals.
Festivals. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
It's a party. Yeah. Anything else apart from Sonic Racing CrossWorlds?
I've been playing a lot of. It's not coming to me. Power Wash Simulator 2. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Lucane and I keep playing that, just talking and cleaning basically. I am enjoying. I never thought if that explaining what the game is, like you just wash stuff with a power washer. It's like, why would you do that? That's boring work. You can why would you want to pay for cleaning? But I don't know. It's just very soothing and satisfying. You can just talk with your friends. Like there's something to do while you talk, which is something about that.
Yeah, that's I've been meaning to check it out. Actually, I played a little bit of the original, but just a little bit. It's usually bad timing. I think that was the problem with the first one. It came out at a time when I was playing another game or a couple of games.
Casey, we play together.
We should
play together. And Viper 2
again.
Viper
madness.
2. We have like a 3-way play. Online 3-way.
Not much better, but yes, I get what you're saying.
Online multiplayer with 3 players.
Yes, I get it. We should do that. Okay. As for me, I never thought I'd say this, but my most played game is Sonic Rebel.
What?
Yeah, I've been playing Sonic Rebel every day since launch. I'm level 57.
Wow.
I have no idea. I just keep playing it for. I'm saying it's my most played game. It's probably not my most played game, but it's the game I've played every day, like religiously, ever since it launched. So I'm sure we're gonna talk a little bit about that when we get to the Sonic Rebel section as well of the news. But yeah, every day I find myself like, oh yeah, I haven't played Sonic Rebel today, so let me just do a couple of.
I haven't watched my adverts yet.
I haven't watched I haven't spent any money. I'm level 57. I'm having fun with it to the extent that I think one can, which is it's not something that you play for hours on end, but it's fun, very fun. And I love the Oh, and I just realized I hadn't logged in yet, and there's a new versus battle versus Death Queen, which I have no idea what that means. So there's
yeah. What on earth is
I don't
that?
know what Death Queen is. It's like a mechanical bee. Is it from Sonic
the
Lost
one
World?
from Forces, I think.
Forces? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Sonic Rumble. Also, have been playing Outer Worlds 2, which is not a Sega game, but more like it's kind of Fallout in space. So it's not a Sega game. So let's just move on.
Didn't they also do Fallout in space? Now that you mention it, isn't that just Starfield?
They have. Yes, they have. I haven't played that, so but I've enjoyed Outer Worlds, and now I'm enjoying Outer Worlds 2 as well. Not as much as Fallout, I think, but
still
pretty
enough.
enjoyable action RPG. Yes. Okay, so again, welcome to our monthly Sega News Roundup, where we actually talk about Sega. And we're going to start with, yes, I know, shocking, but we're going to talk about Sega. And we're going to start with something that Sega realized, apparently. I really enjoyed watching comments about this online because people were like, yes, but they realized definitive editions could be putting players off day one purchases. So they say only 17% of recent sales, like game sales, come from new titles. And so Sega realized, we think people are waiting for our definitive editions to be released shortly after. Which is actually usually true for Persona games, especially for Atlas games. Not sure if that's something that's been happening with other like Sonic games. Do we get definitive editions for those?
No, but I also think they've not like factored it into this, but so often with Sega stuff, if it comes out in like October, for example, it's on sale by November.
That's it.
It's always Black Friday. It's on sale. So a lot of people just went, well, why would I buy it day one? And combined with the Atlas problem, then you've got a multiple choice of reasons to not buy something on day one. I think they figured out.
Yeah. Is this something that I don't think we suffer from this particular issue here, because we usually, if we really want, probably mostly you and I, Viper, it's Sega, we get it at launch, and I know Lime does the same for Sonic games because they're Sonic, right?
Yeah. Indeed.
Even if there's a definitive edition coming later, we'll just maybe probably buy it again because we're the suckers that do that. But
yeah, with Sonic games, that would probably be me as well.
Yeah. However, is this something that you see being a reality, like an actual issue? Viper, you were mentioning like sales. That's a big thing. People now can buy CrossWorlds for a little bit less.
Yeah, it's already like 30% off.
30% off. Yeah,
digital, and I've seen it even lower than that 30% physically. Well, the game came out in September, so that's a 2-month turnaround. If you can hold off, you've just got to resist that FOMO for 2 months, and then you've got like £30 off. And I know many people who buy specifically Sega games like this, because you look at Nintendo, Mario Kart 8 still costs £50, and there's a new one out for 70. Like, other companies don't have this issue because people know that Sega stuff will move, because they'll start freaking out and going, "Oh my god, the Metaphor's not selling. Quick, put it down." That's actually a bad example because it's like the one game that's held its value until this year, I think.
Yeah,
but otherwise, like, Atlas has the problem of, like we've said with this article, everyone waiting for the definitive. Sega has the problem of Superstars was out October. That was the image they used. By November, it was like 25% off. So, if not even more. Like Shadow Generations, I think, what came out last year, that's already £50. Oh, sorry, 50% off digitally. And it's even cheaper physically.
They have kind of been teaching their customers to wait. by doing those things.
And then get surprised when said customers are waiting. Like, which one is it?
Yeah.
One thing that Sega has been doing lately is to provide, like, to buy the what's the word, edition, the deluxe edition,
Deluxe.
Yeah.
for a game and get access to it early. That I think is, I definitely bought all of those because I was like, yeah, I mean that's worth it to me. I definitely want to play it 3 days early. So yeah, heck yeah. So I mean that's also a choice I don't see other companies do. That might maybe be a better direction if they want more money.
They're doing that as well. Yeah. Other companies do that. It's
I
just
see.
like
I haven't experienced that with
big
other games.
AAA games have that. I think it's like more common now. I probably see Sega doing it for more titles than maybe other companies. Like they select specific games that they know people will really want to play early. Like bigger titles, but like Sega's doing it for every game.
Every single game.
Every single game. At least this year, I think every one of them got a digital deluxe edition with like 3 days of early access and stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I mean, if they want games to sell day one and even before, to get that really big launch, then yeah, I think leaning into that probably.
Yeah. I think in Gum, hello Gum, in chat on Twitch, says, I definitely count on summer and Black Friday sales for most game purchase. So this is also like a more systemic issue, not just Sega issue. People have less money these days. Shock. There's inflation and other stuff.
And we're back to politics.
So shock. I know Sega maybe doesn't follow the news, but that's an issue. And games are.
I thought you were gonna say doesn't follow the politics.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also that. But definitely games have been getting more and more expensive. Sega games, not so much, unless you count the digital deluxe editions. Those are expensive. But people have to. It's like gaming has become an increasingly expensive hobby, and so people have to make choices. Should I buy one game like for the next 6 months, full price, and play this one game, this only game, or should I wait for sales and buy like 3 or 4 or 5 games? So if like Viper said, people can resist the FOMO for a couple of months, that's the smarter choice. Unless you're not smart, present company included. Yes. Okay, but Sega finally realized that and is probably going to do something about it, which I don't know if it's good news or bad news. We'll see. Or they'll just keep going the same way.
They always do.
Yeah.
What? They're going to go like, hey, we learned something, and then not change anything.
Yeah. We learned something. No sales now. So no sales, at least like before 18 months have passed. Or they're going to go the Nintendo way and not have sales at all. So Breath of the Wild.
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
That's true. Breath of the Wild,
the Nintendo way,
a great game released in 2017, March 2017. It's still the same price. And if you want to buy the Switch 2 edition, it's like 10 or 15 or whatever monies more. So I say monies, not pounds or euros. my bank account just shuddered thinking about no sales, says Gum. Get used to it. It's happening. No, I don't.
Fight the power.
Fight the power. Don't buy the games. Wait for sales. That's it.
Screw the games. Show them who's boss.
Like we do. Maybe not. Okay. moving on to Yakuza #hashtag Like a Dragon. Yakuza or Like a Dragon, but this time actually Yakuza because they haven't like updated the names of the early games. So Yakuza Kiwami and Kiwami 2, the bundle for Switch 2 is out. Rejoice! Yay! Available now, so you can play the two first games in the series, like the remastered, remade Kiwami Extreme versions on Switch 2. You ready for this? Is this something you guys have tried?
Go online. Person who doesn't own a Switch 2 and hasn't played these games. Please tell us.
No, he owns a Switch 2.
He does. Forgot.
He does.
I do have Zero and Kiwami 1 and 2 for Steam.
Yeah.
But
so
I don't have
why bother with
on Switch?
I have Zero on Switch too. I bought that one. Yeah. I haven't finished it, but I do.
How dare you?
I haven't even started with 1 and 2. I should. I haven't. Don't you? Victor, I saw that. You raised your eyebrows at me. That's what you
did. Sega fan.
You raised your eyebrows at me.
I was going to say the update's free on PC, so perfect place to start.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Except
about
Zeroes
that
isn't, but 1 and 2 are.
About that. So if you have, like Lime has, the games on another platform, right? Sega have announced the upgrade offers for Yakuza 0, Director's Cut, Yakuza Kiwami, and Kiwami 2 on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC Digital. Okay, so they have explained the differences between the different, the updated and original versions of the games. I think the biggest thing for me is like the licensed theme songs are now in the Western versions of the game. Finally. So for people not in the know, they usually have like a rock band or something from Japan do the theme song for each of these Yakuza games. And then when the games were released here in the West, we got like a more generic instrumental for the intro, and they cut that licensed content. So now these new editions of Yakuza 0, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2 have the original songs included. Also support for other languages as well.
Was there an English dub for Kiwami 1 and 2 from the start? Because they added 1 to 0.
Yeah.
There's none in Kiwami 1 and 2.
There's no? Okay, so...
No.
Is this just text?
Yeah, it's just text for Kiwami 1 and 2, which is why they're cheaper upgrade.
I thought that maybe they would have added that in that case to 1 and 2 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah.
So, upgrade offer for people who have Yakuza 0 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or Steam.
Physically,
they may be able,
in the case of consoles.
Yeah. They may be able to upgrade to the digital version of Yakuza 0 Director's Cut for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, or Steam for $14.99, which would be something like, I don't know, maybe the same in euros and maybe like £9.99, perhaps, Viper?
I'd hope, but probably. I assume it will be the same in every currency.
It's just like $14.99 monies then, yes, which is, they say, a significant saving versus the $49.99 everyday price. Okay.
Wow, so generous. Thanks, guys.
Yay.
So generous versus the price that we set. Aren't we nice like
that? Something interesting. Save data does not carry over between Yakuza 0 and Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, which is weird for Steam, I believe, at least. Isn't it?
Yeah. You'd expect that in a Steam game.
Yeah, but
it's always a bit easier to. It's always a bit easier to do than console, so you'd kind of expect the courtesy of it normally.
Mm-hmm. You'd assume, right? Yeah. For Yakuza Kiwami, people who have the original version of Yakuza Kiwami for PlayStation 4 or Xbox One by December 8th. May be able to upgrade. Maybe. So we don't know. It's the original text, like the official text. May be able to upgrade to the digital version of Yakuza Kiwami for PS5 or Xbox Series for $199 versus the $19.99 everyday price. On Steam, it's free, correct? It's a free upgrade. Am I correct? I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I
don't know why one Kiwami's free and the other isn't, but
so I mean, yeah, because the Kiwami doesn't really have extra. They do have like the extra languages. They do have the extra songs, but no real. It's just Kiwami.
I know what it is, and it's because Kiwami 2 did actually have the licensed songs in the Western version. So presumably the £2 for the upgrade for 1 goes to the licenses, whereas 2 doesn't need that, I guess. It's silly.
Yeah, no, but even Steam doesn't. They don't mention price for Steam for Kiwami 1.
Yeah, so what I can't remember. One of the two of them's free. I was under the impression it was
I
Kiwami
think it's
2
both.
that was free. Huh.
I think it's both because they don't really mention upgrade prices for Steam for Kiwami and Kiwami 2. Only for 0.
They've been very vague with this whole thing. I mean, considering they said, a few weeks ago, they weren't going to offer upgrade paths whatsoever, it really feels like a last minute. We slapped this together because we realized some money's better than no money, I guess. You know? It's kind of what it reeks me of a little bit with some of the wording, especially the generous offers and whatever they're talking about in the Yakuza 0 stuff. Like, we offer a great price versus the thing we told you you'd have to pay for 2 weeks ago. Like, yeah.
Versus the price that we ourselves set. Aren't we generous and smart?
This whole thing's weird.
Yeah. Kiwami 2. Oh, wait. So, Kiwami 2, any version it is, it's like you can upgrade at no cost. So, there's no licensing issues here. So, that's probably why they only add other languages like tech support, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Latin American Spanish, Brazilian, Portuguese, and Russian. So there's no new songs or whatever. So you really don't need to pay anything for the upgrade for Yakuza Kiwami 2. No mention about Steam on Kiwami 1 either. So I'm assuming Steam. So it seems like this is very vague. I'm reading this with a little bit more attention now. It seems like Steam, the Steam version doesn't really have the new songs, apparently.
Oh.
Because they say a Steam version of Yakuza Kiwami with the added text language support, so no mention of the new songs, will also be released on December 8th.
I remember this now. They already promised that Kiwami 1 would be free on Steam. Pre this whole thing. So that's what that is, I'm guessing. And then the consoles will have to pay for the upgrade.
Probably. And they say details for those who get Yakuza Kiwami prior to December 8th will be shared after the new version's release. Is it free? Is it not?
What they said originally when they announced these new versions was no upgrades whatsoever. But they did say at that same time Steam would get them free because we're not re-releasing it on Steam. So this backpedal that they've now done, Steam is still locked into that free agreement, but the consoles get to pay for it because of the song licensing, I'm guessing. So that's why that's worded incredibly weirdly.
So it's like, it's vague on purpose. Perhaps.
Yes.
Probably.
I'm sure you also saw at the bottom there, potentially, I tried to say it earlier and completely bungled my words. They've already said if you own it on disc, no upgrade. You can't do it. Even though other games have done that. Like,
yeah, that's true. They only say those who have the digital version can upgrade.
Yeah. Okay. So no mention of it, but that means disc has no upgrade.
Yeah, which really will be available to users who already own the digital versions. Yes. Okay.
And worth pointing out, they just sold people new physical versions through limited run games less than a year ago.
Yes.
Who will now not be able to upgrade to these new versions.
who will now be able to upgrade by buying the game again at full price.
At retail as well this time.
Unless they wait for like a price drop coming soon or a definitive edition coming soon. This is getting very weird. Yeah. Gum says, speaking about Yakuza sales, I'm racing to get 0 before it disappears. You should get 0. My boyfriend is playing Yakuza for the first time, 0, and is loving the series. He went in blind. It's been hilarious. Yes. He was expecting it to be serious. Of course, because it's like a crime drama. Yes, of course.
We all think that in the beginning.
Yes. Hello, KDog89. Welcome. What's the take? 0 versus Director's Cut 0.
0.
Obviously, the Director's Cut 0, but it's got more content. But worth the upgrade?
No.
Yeah, but it's got more content, so Director's Cut 0. But it's not like you're not missing out on anything too significant, in my opinion.
It's the kind of thing where it has new content, but no one particularly likes the new content. Therefore, unless you really want to pay £15 for it, or I think the best case scenario for these is if you speak one of the languages that's now supported. Obviously, we're in English-speaking communities. So we go, oh, this is trash and pointless, but actually, there's loads of people who are going to be able to play these for the first time. So I'd say that's actually the big reason for at least Kiwami 1 and 2. Is so they can shoehorn in that language release.
Yeah. So if that's your case, just
if you want to brush up on your Spanish, then upgrade to Director's Cut. Yeah.
Muy bien. Or you're Brazilian Portuguese. Alô.
Just Brazilian.
Yeah. Just Brazilian. Yeah. It's an important distinction. It's an important distinction. And yes, and no one really cares in Portugal for like a Portuguese version, I'll be honest. I guess maybe the newest generation, but I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, so that's Yakuza news out of the way. Hopefully, people will get excited for these new releases. Probably a little bit more for Yakuza 3 or Kiwami 3 because it has like a new mode, but there's always some controversy surrounding that. So, yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, who cares?
I want English dub. I need English dub.
Well, you can have it in there then, because it's in Kiwami 3. There you
go. And if you want for Kiwami 2,
I need to get to that game first.
maybe there's a fan mod.
Oh, true. You can play the original Yakuza 1 dub in Yakuza Kiwami as a mod. There you go.
That's your consolation prize. That's a good shout. Yeah, that might be because I know original voice acting is always better. I'm a horrible reader. I don't follow the story. If
that tracks actually, yeah.
I remember this. We having this conversation like a few times in the past. Yeah.
Yeah,
because
I need to really usually I need to pause, but in a game I can't even pause.
I really don't care about Yakuza in English, to be honest. I just I prefer I usually like that in most games. I prefer the original versions, but specifically Yakuza specifically, I do prefer the Japanese voiceovers. So.
And I would too if I was able to enjoy it. Okay. And follow the story, then
but unfortunately,
yeah.
Alas, you're not a gifted reader.
No, indeed not.
Yeah. You have won a few Sega Lounge challenges in the past, though. So, I don't know. Are you that bad?
Indeed. See, that's definitely a weakness of mine when it comes to those challenges. When Viper has already pressed the button and answer the question, I have just processed what the question is about. Which
and you're like, how?
It's all right. I'm not invited back anymore.
No, but I mean, it's for me, it's just ADHD. It takes more time for me to process the information, and therefore I need more time with it.
Yeah. K-Dog's asking if the UK and Sweden, and I'm assuming the whole world, has Black Friday. Yeah. Everyone does.
Sweden has Black
Everyone
Friday.
does.
Yeah.
And it's not really a Black Friday anymore. It's like Black Month. Like the whole month has sales. So yeah.
Yeah. We have Black Week, I guess.
Black Week, yeah. And then Cyber Monday as well.
It's all like it's not like it's borrowed from American culture. Like it's here because of America. So it's still kind of American culture, but yeah, we have it.
Yeah.
And we're just America light, so of course we have it, yeah.
America light.
At this point, like the difference every year just feels like it becomes less.
Yes.
We don't have Thanksgiving, but we do have Black Week.
Just you wait.
Gub says, I can read quickly, but info recall for me is more like dial-up internet. Info arrives in 2 to 3 business days.
Yeah, I can relate to that too. Yeah. Like what I need to do to remedy that is to, before one of the challenges, go and like get it all back fresh in my memory so that I have quick access to it. Like even when it comes to like simple stuff, I need to refresh my memory in order to have it quickly accessed.
Yeah. The joys of the Sega Launch Challenge. Okay, moving on to Persona.
It's fun, but yeah, that's what I need.
Moving on to Persona.
We seem to have some cheap and free viewers.
Yes, they're gone. They're gone.
Oh,
we don't want cheap viewers. We want viewers with taste.
But if you don't want them,
the viewers
I can
that
take
are willing
them.
to pay. No,
I can take them.
I like the instruction. It says remove the space. So we got a bot in chat for people listening or watching later. Yeah, we got a bot.
I want more viewers.
Offering
I want
cheap
more
viewers.
Subscribers.
At streamboo.com. Are you scared?
Way to give him a free shout out, I guess.
Streamboo. Yes. I hope everyone goes to this episode of the Sega Lounge.
Is sponsored by.
This episode of the Sega Lounge is sponsored by streamboo.com. Want to get cheap viewers? Streamboo.com. Remember, streamboo.com. Thank you very much.
Good deals.
Thank you. And don't forget their Black Friday deals. Viewers are even cheaper. Okay. Slap a jingle on there and we're golden. Streamboo.com. Scary cheap viewers. Persona Live. Persona Live is next. Persona Live 2026 Awakenings. Not just one awakening, awakenings. Yes, because there are many awakenings. So, courtesy of our friends over at Sega Bits, they talked about this. So, there's a concert debuting in Los Angeles. So, obviously, for all of us here in the
rest of the world.
No. We're like in the west coast of the United States. We're really eager to attend Persona Live 2026 Awakenings. But I thought I'd cover this because who knows? Maybe this is the beginning of something else. Could have other concerts coming in other parts of the world. But Persona Live 2026 Awakenings, the first US show of the Persona Music Experience series, which includes the full cast from Japan, and they're gonna be playing at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California, on Saturday, January 24th, 2026. So very soon, less than 2 months from now. The day will include 2 shows, and the performance will feature live performances by fan favorite artists, including Lin, the singer of Persona 5 series, Azumi Takahashi, singer of Persona 3 Reload, Lotus Juice, Toshiki Konishi, composer and guitarist. So yeah, that would be nice. That would be interesting to have in a closer venue. Would you guys be up for a Persona Persona concert?
100%. I actually think this was like a few months ago. I think there's a semi-official one in London. Like, it's got the branding, but I don't think it's fully official. So when I saw this afterwards, I was like, "Oh, great! Can we we have this one instead?" But it's a start, isn't it? This is the
Yeah.
first international one, I believe, outside of
Yeah.
like expo things. So it's a start. It'd be
Hence the
interesting to
name,
see it go
Awakenings.
worldwide. Nothing to do with the series. It's because they're awakening.
No.
Oh, there's a place
No,
outside
no.
of Japan, and it's called America.
Yeah. Gun awakens every day. Yeah. Many awakenings. And this actually looks good. This like this poster thingy.
Yeah,
looks really
Persona
good.
3 and 5, the two games, of course, until Persona 4 happens, and then there can be 3 games in the series. But until then, there's only 2.
The problem with this poster is people in the concert itself, people are not gonna go to it because they're waiting for the definitive edition with Persona 4. So yeah.
Next year there'll be the Persona 4 featured concert. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Persona Live 2026 Awakenings Golden Royal Revival stuff. Yes. But yeah, Sega, Atlas, bring Persona concerts over here as well. There's more than Sonic. Did you know that? Yeah. We like other we like other Sega music. Yeah.
I mean, I would love Sonic Symphony in Sweden. Like
in Portugal.
Well, that world tour was too busy in America to be to be coming to Sweden. I'll have you know.
I was
amazing.
Like almost 100% sure they would be coming to Portugal, to Lisbon. After talking to two of the people involved and like they like almost confirmed yes, because they were looking into it. So I thought, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Lisbon's like a very fashionable city now. Like everyone wants to travel to Lisbon and visit Lisbon. So yeah, and every artist throws a concert here. So
they saw the money in America, doing it in every single state in America.
Yeah. That's the world. Yeah, the world part of the world tour. Yeah. Okay, not bitter at all. So, moving on from Persona Live Awakenings, we have the Game Awards 2026 coming.
Yes.
I have to say, I'm kind of surprised by all the Sega nominations. I wasn't expecting.
It feels weird.
It feels right. It feels a little bit weird, but like a good kind of weird. To be honest, I was not expecting this at all.
Although to be honest, they pay for more ad slots nowadays, so you kind of got to throw them a bone, haven't you?
I don't know. Are we expecting a win or wins here? I don't know. So let's run through the nominees in the categories in which Sega have been nominated. So the first one, Best Action Game, Shinobi Art of Vengeance is nominated. Maybe I'll need to zoom in a little bit, yeah, so you can see it a little bit better. And so Shinobi Art of Vengeance is going against Battlefield 6, Doom the Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4. I think it's probably my game of the year, my Sega game of the year still.
Wow.
But I'm not expecting a win here.
No, not in a million years.
No. I think Ninja Gaiden, Hades, Doom, Battlefield, most like bigger IP.
Yeah,
so I'm not
Battlefield or Hades definitely. I think even mine would be Doom, as good as Shinobi was, and it was a very good game. Yeah, but it's just it's not got the popular vote on its side. I don't think
the popular vote, like the amount of content maybe as well.
Yeah,
like. It's I'm probably not counting Hades 2, which is like more of like a kind of an indie game in a way. I'm not sure if you can consider Hades an indie. Supergiant Games an indie developer anymore, but okay,
it's kind of outgrown that.
Probably, but more like a double A game. But the other three are like triple A games, whereas Shinobi is a a smaller project. Guess not expecting a win here, but I'm really happy that they got this like nomination. Happy for Lizard Cube, sure. Okay,
wouldn't have happened a few years ago, so stop.
Yeah. Next up, best family game, right? And we have Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Split Fiction, and Sonic Racing CrossWorlds.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Is this achievable? Is a win achievable?
This is the most achievable category, I think. It's tough to say because I think Mario Kart World probably won't have a chance. Donkey Kong will, but isn't it also, this is a bit spoiler territory, isn't it up for a bigger award than this?
For the best game, right?
Yes.
Game of the year.
So I think
yes.
people will vote for it in both categories, but people therefore might be swayed otherwise to vote Sonic because it's only here, because the audience overlaps. So I think people might go, oh, well, Sonic's not in any other category or meaningful category, so I'll go here, if that makes sense. I think this is the one it has the best chance in. I could be wrong.
I don't know. But is it like popular vote is important to consider. Like communities getting behind these games, because I'm not sure, is Mario Kart World not a more popular series?
No,
like Mario Kart, Mario Kart is
not Mario Kart. Yeah, Mario Kart as a series is, but this game's fallen so far out of graces that I just don't see it happening.
I don't know.
No matter how much brand pedigree you have, I think people are just
because like
very
as a family game. I don't know. Maybe still,
it's possible, but I don't think the sort of people who are going to vote with that in mind are going to show up in droves. I think the sort of people who vote for best family game are the sort of people who aren't playing with their family, you know?
Yeah,
I think the people playing with it who are more likely to vote Mario Kart World aren't then voting for best shooter or whatever the other categories are, you know? So I think in that sense there's a better chance, personally, but can be proven wrong. I've been before.
Okay. What do you think, Lime? Any chance for this category?
I actually think that Donkey Kong and Mario Kart World has a better chance than CrossWorlds there. Partly because I think that, yes, World has gotten a lot of flack for the things that they didn't do. It's also, though, like I still think much more known than Sonic Racing is. I think that I think that it's easier to get into Mario Kart World, and that makes it a better family game for me. If there's a higher learning curve for a game, then you are probably not going to involve it's probably not going to be your go-to choice for if you want to play with the kids, for example. So I think that probably Mario Kart World is better for that.
That's a good point, but also it's a brand new console. How many families who are just playing games with their very young children are going to have bought this new console to do that, I guess?
Yeah,
apparently
that's
a lot.
Apparently a lot, it's a very well-selling console.
It's a very well-selling console, yes.
Hang on a minute.
And it's like the game's got like an attach rate of 100 and whatever percent, because most people bought the Mario Kart World bundle. I think all of us did, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
I got the bundle, yeah.
And so other people bought the game later. So yeah, I would assume there are many people thinking. I'm with Lime on the learning curve bit, but it also depends on what Viper was saying. Who is going to vote? Are the people who have been playing this game with their families voting for this? Probably not. Maybe just like the fanboys are, oh, where's Mario? Mario. Or Sonic. So it depends. We never know who's voting, who's casting their votes. So I don't know. We'll see. That's another category. One more with the Sega game is best fighting game. And we have for best fighting game 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. This kind of surprised me a bit because World Stage is like the latest expansion or version or whatever.
Like
and
it came out a week ago.
Yeah. So I would assume like Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, but okay, they added World Stage. So yeah, I think it's still they got the game out before the deadline, I guess. And if you're gonna nominate one, like let's nominate like the definitive edition of the game. Definitive edition. I don't know here. I honestly don't know here. I think one of the things that I'm looking at this and I'm seeing two like fighting game collections with Capcom Fighting Collection 2 and Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. So obviously probably more popular games like series these days, but they're collections. So I don't know if people will vote for this instead of like a newer game.
Yeah, I would feel weird voting for a game like games that have already existed for 2026. Like I feel like it has to be something that like is worth that title, not games that have already been out throughout all the other years.
That said, Virtua Fighter 5 has been out for
20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple of years.
Yeah. So I'm actually making the same argument for that game as well.
Yeah. So
for that reason.
I don't know. Maybe I would guess the fighting game, like the more competitive fighting game community, would go for Virtua Fighter 5.
Yeah,
I would
I'm
guess.
Gonna be honest, this is a naff list. Like,
yeah, it is.
Didn't Tekken come out this year, or was that not in the period of release?
I'm not sure. I thought about that as well. Where's Tekken? But maybe that was last year. Maybe
2XKO I've heard a lot of good stuff about, but like it's been in a very small bubble. Capcom Fighting Collection I've heard very good things about, but I think people will have the same opinion as Lime as why is this here? This isn't a new game. Same with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Fatal Fury has very good what's the word? Like brand loyalty, but they kind of threw that away a little bit because of real world governments and politics. And no one really liked the game. And Virtua Fighter 5's a game that we've seen released like 5 million times. This is a really bad list.
I mean, Virtua Fighter 5 Revo revamped things, and World Stage also added content. So I would say for the ones that I'm familiar with, Fatal Fury, Mortal Kombat, and Capcom Fighting Collection 2, I think Virtua Fighter 5 in theory would be better placed for a win, but I'm not really familiar with 2XKO. I think this is the first time I'm hearing about this. To be honest.
I think it's a League of Legends fighting game with the cast. I'm
okay.
Pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Riot Games. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Probably has a big following as well.
So yeah, it already has a huge install base to latch onto, basically.
Tekken 8 was best fighting game in 2024. By the way,
I didn't realize it came out that early.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe like a week before the nomination.
Yeah.
Like Virtua Fighter 5. So that's another category. We have 3 more to go. 6 categories. That's amazing for Sega, I guess. Anyway, best mobile game is next. Surprisingly, we have 2 nominees here. 2 Sega nominees. So it's Destiny Rising, Persona 5 The Phantom X, Sonic Rumble, Unamusume? Pretty Derby? Probably. And Wuthering Waves. So obviously Sega has Persona 5 The Phantom X and Sonic Rumble here. I don't know. Any chance here?
Not a hope in hell. Umamusume will be very strong in the thing you have to bear in mind as well with the mobile games is I I don't want to go too much into the specifics, but when there was
specific audience, right?
When there was that whole Genshin Impact thing a few years ago, people came under the impression that if they voted for the game, they would get currency. I think people will think that will happen with the mobile category this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if the one with the biggest fan base equals the one that wins anyway, and then that fan base gets immobilized to then, go, we might get free things if we vote for this or whatever. Persona 5 kind of withered on the vine for the international audience because of the various issues that it had at launch with like the catch up and compensations and things. Sonic Rumble, we know, took like 5 years to come out. It felt like. I just don't think they have their audiences, but I just don't see it happening.
And this one also came out like very recently, so it's like an interesting nominee here.
I think it was the week that these cut off that Rumble officially came out.
Probably,
so the fact it's even there surprises me, but money.
Yeah, sure. Also, hi Frog Bull, welcome. Nice to see you. Frog Bull's here. Yeah. So Uma Musume is a horse racing game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's pretty derby, I assumed, but I have no idea. This is the first time I'm hearing about this. Yeah, I've heard of Wuthering Waves and the Sega ones. I didn't even know there was a Destiny mobile game.
I forgot there was a Destiny. I didn't realize it was the same Destiny until you just said that.
Yeah, just Destiny Rising. Game. So, assuming,
okay.
Yeah.
That's how popular that one was, clearly.
Yeah. Okay. So that's another category, which we know little about. Up next, we have Best Sim Strategy Game. And here we have 2 Point Museum going against, and probably, unfortunately, losing, Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evilist Chronicles, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising: The Altars. I'm assuming like Final Fantasy perhaps gets the vote because it's Final Fantasy. Right?
Final Fantasy or Civ 7 because it's Civ 7. Yeah.
Right. Because it's like people expect these games to be the winners, perhaps.
No.
Which is a little
2 Point Museum is a very cool game, though.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Because I've never heard anything but like just gold coming out of people's mouths who love sim games who have talked about that game. But it's in a year where it's up against like the biggest simulation franchise and the Final Fantasy people have wanted remade for 20 years. So, that's sometimes it be like that.
So I talked to the devs last week. Last week's episode, and actually we recorded earlier last week as well. And I mentioned this because the nominations had come out, and they're really happy for this. They're not expecting the game to win. Like even outside of the recorded interview, no way in hell. But it's nice. Who knows? Right?
It is good to see Sega there being nominated for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
2 Point Studio specifically worked really hard and put out some great games.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
The more I play 2 Point Studios, the more I really appreciate the work behind every single little thing in the game.
They're so intricate from everything I've seen of them. So.
Yeah.
It's like really every amazing. Single little thing has like their own sense of brand and humor injected in. Like they're so intricate. Great games that I've never played. They're all in my Steam library one day.
K-Dog asks, is Sonic Rumble worth getting into or no? If you're a Sonic fan, definitely. Yeah. If you, it depends on how you feel about microtransactions.
But if you're not a Sonic fan, it's also definitely worth it. Please buy Sega games.
Please buy Sega games. It's a free-to-play game. Unless you play... Wait, let's do that again. Please buy Sega games.
Please buy Sega games.
This episode of the Sega Lounge is sponsored by... What was it? Stream Boo? Yeah.
.com.
.com. Boo. Final category: Best Sports Racing Game. And we have these lovely chaps here: EA Sports FC 26, F1 25, Mario Kart World, Rematch, Sonic Racing, CrossWorlds.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, putting Sonic Racing CrossWorlds against Mario Kart World in this category, I could see Sonic Racing CrossWorlds having the edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to win the category, like going
Yeah.
up against the EA Sports, but when it comes to those two games, like seeing what I've seen about reviews about Mario Kart World and disappointment for choices that they have made, I think that's gonna affect a lot about how they vote. And so I think that Sonic CrossWorlds can have a chance against that particular game, at least.
Yeah, certainly of the two, I think that will come out on top in this category.
Mm-hmm. So
But
I would say I would see Sonic Racing CrossWorlds being like on everyone's mind a better racing game
yeah,
than Mario Kart World. But the
Yeah.
problem is there's especially EA Sports, which is very popular, even if people like to bash the game for other stuff. I'm not sure what the popular opinion on F125 is. Rematch is kind of like to my understanding, like a football MMO or something.
I was of the opinion it was a more arcadey football game, kind of more a Virtua Striker rather than a.
But I think you only control
FC.
one player as part of a team, I
I
believe.
think that sounds right.
So it's
That's
like
one I've
different.
I've heard very good things about that, so I could
Mhm.
see it until you remember it's an international audience. I don't know how big the crossover is between Americans with Rematch. I think there's actually a little bit more than you'd expect, but not much. And with the case of the EA stuff, it feels very plausible, but how many
Mhm.
people who are really big into those, I guess F1 more than FIFA, not FIFA, sorry, EAFC, sorry.
EA Sports FC, yes.
Yeah, very different. I
EA
don't know how
Sports FE 26.
26. I don't know how big the crossover is between the two, the sort of people who play those and the sort of people who would vote. Like, I'm sure there is, but how
Yeah.
many people? How many of the hardcore FIFA crowd are going? I'm tuning into the Game Awards this year because they're gonna have the player announcement for me in the middle of the show or whatever. Like it doesn't happen. F1 is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that the last Codemasters game? Didn't they say they're going to shut the studio effectively or something
When
like
I
that?
saw this, I thought of that. I saw this and was like,
Yeah.
is this like a new version of like Codemasters or whatever? But maybe that this was the last game they released. Perhaps
So
that's
I can
probably
see
it.
there being like a small wave of people who are like justice for Codemasters and vote for it because of that or something. Not enough to make a dent, but I can see it happening.
Okay, I don't know. Too much politics there involved in this, so I have
Gum
no idea.
agrees with you, Viper.
Yes, right. Agree with Viper.
Agree.
I just realized Gum said about that. I can't remember the name. Murumusumasi. Can't remember. The anime girls are named after real horses. They run the races. Okay, that makes. I would say that makes more sense, but does it? Okay, I understand now. The name, at least. Pretty Derby. That makes sense. That okay. So the Game Awards 2026. We'll see next month. Like probably last episode of the season, we'll get the chance to talk about this when we look back at the year of Sega 2025. Okay, we'll see. Oh, and by the way, vote if you want to. If you want to influence this in any way, just go vote for Sega stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
calling all Sega fans and all Sonic fans, vote on this. Okay, fine.
Yes.
I'll do it again. Calling all Sega fans and Sonic fans, vote on the Game Awards.
Okay. Speaking of best sim/strategy game nominees, 2 Point Museum is nominated for that. And it's got a brand new expansion, brand new DLC called Zooseum, which we discussed last month. Lime. If you remember,
I do.
Last week, I had the chance of asking your question to the developers of 2 Point Studios. Why? I'm not going to tell you the answer because you have to watch the episode. But I said, I have a friend who asked, why an expansion and not a 2 Point Zoo game? And they actually answered that question. And they said that
I need that answer. I need that answer.
They said it wasn't
You're gonna
that
hold
weird.
it from me?
Yeah, they said that isn't that weird of a question, apparently, because other people have probably asked that. But we spend 10 or whatever minutes talking about that.
Yeah, heck
so,
yeah.
I love an intricate answer to that question. But so no 2 Point Zoo in the horizon. You're going to have to settle for a 2 Point Museum Zooseum, which is a zoo-ish related expansion to 2 Point Museum. It's less zoo and more it's less entertainment and more preservation, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. And it has the usual refined look of every 2 Point game, especially 2 Point Museum. And you'll have some weird species, I guess, and people running around. Out December 2nd for most platforms, not Switch 2.
Did you ask them why there was no mouse support?
I asked about that as well. I did.
And I can listen to the episode, to be clear, if I want to find out the answer.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
okay.
So where can I and everybody else listen to this episode and when?
So you can listen to this episode on thesegalounge.com if you want to get all the links, right? Or here on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, or your podcast app of choice, including TerraPlayer.com. This episode of the Sega Lounge is sponsored by StreamBoo.com. Yeah. The good thing about Zooseum, by the way, is that you can get... So they updated the game, update 7.0, and you can actually get what they call the free taster right now. So there's some Zooseum content already included in 2 Point Museum if you have the game without buying the DLC that's coming next week. Okay, so you have some of the specific locations. So, by the way, Zooseum is a brand new location, Silver Bottom Park. Yes, got it. There's a new wildlife expert type. So you have experts in your museums. There's a prehistoric, prehistory expert. There's a aquatic life expert, things like that. Now you have a new wildlife expert. You have a new map to set up expeditions to, the far-flung isles. You have 40 plus wildlife exhibits to rescue. A new 5-star campaign. New adorable gift shop items. New workshop items. New themed items, and 2 new animal-related rooms, habitat and wildlife welfare. Some of this is already available in the game for free if you have the latest free update.
Unless you're on Switch 2.
Yes. In which case,
boo-hoo.
Wait. Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo.
How much is it, the DLC? £9.99. £9.99. $10.99 in euros and $10.99 in dollars. Not a word about Swedish crowns. Boo. How much do you think, Lime? How much crowns is €10.99.
I will say about 200 crowns.
Okay. So yeah, there's that.
Okay,
200.
Sorry, say the price again.
Like 11 euros.
Oh yeah, no. Then it's about 100 crowns.
Oh, so 99.
I heard like 199, which would be that. Yeah.
No, 10.99, so 11 euros. Yeah. Okay. And by the way, if you want to get this,
hold on.
when
yeah, forget what I said. Like 199, like as in 199. That would not be 200 crowns. That would be 2,000 crowns. Sorry.
Okay. It says
never mind.
120.
I say things sometimes.
Apparently 120. Apparently today. 120.
Yeah. Today.
220.
No.
Yeah.
No, 120.
Yeah. 120.
Yes. 120. I'll just
320.
Yeah. Okay. So I said 200, and then I switched my answer back to 100, and you confirmed that with 120. So eventually, I was right.
So if we wait a little bit longer, like the conversion
I am
rate,
telling you, I'm not dumb.
Rate.
I am slow. There's a difference. I get there eventually.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to get this DLC for a little bit less than 120 Swedish crowns,
220 Swedish crowns. Sorry.
300. You can grab a 10% early adopter discount for the first week after launch.
How many crowns does that make?
How many is 10%?
You just easy. Take euros and then do times 10, and then that's basically what the Swedish crown version is.
Okay. Good to know.
It's not exact, but it's around that ballpark.
Yes. Let's play ball. Speaking of play ball, that's an amazing segue into our last bit of generic Sega news. Because
wait, Lime, did you say a ballpark?
Just ballpark, like football.
Speaking of,
that's not Sega Football Club Champions 2026 launches January 22, 2026. Nice. We talked about this a few times before. It's a free-to-play football manager powered game that's launching for PS5, PS4, Steam, iOS, and Android. And they announced you can get this game very soon, less than 2 months from now, January 22nd, 2026.
Just read Gom's comment, sorry.
Sorry. Wrong ball. Football it is. Are you playing tennis? No, Gum, it's football. Shame.
Lime served it up perfectly, so clearly it must be tennis.
Good one. So, the beloved soccer club management simulation game from Japan, Sakatsuku, which I believe it's roughly translated to "Let's make a soccer team" or something.
Yes,
is here for global players with its latest version. Celebrate 30 years of passion and strategy in this iconic title brought to you by Sega, and it's powered by Football Manager. Featuring player data from FIFPro and allowing you to complete in J-League, K-League, and more. Now, I'm assuming Premier League as well, because you have Manchester City here, so I'm assuming. Yeah.
They weren't exactly mentioned in there, were they?
Yeah. The copyright text here only mentions the club itself, and then J-League, K-League. But if you have licenses from FIFPro, I'm assuming at least players from all over the world will be available for this. So you can lead your local club to the top of the world. Build a team where you can recruit the best global football players, compete in your selected league and rise from the bottom to be the best, develop facilities, training programs to increase your player potential, set training programs, recruit and nurture young rising players to become global stars, transfer market, yada, 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 deep strategic club management. So it's basically Football Manager, but I'm guessing geared towards like a more like Japanese, Korean club focus.
I never quite from the initial get-go understood what this was, and I'm going to be honest, I still don't quite understand.
Yes.
It seems like a J-League thing they've just slapped Manchester City onto the branding of, but then the rest of the game is still J-League, so why not just cater it to fans of that? Because there are international fans of those games and those clubs, so why not just fully go in on it? Because I just don't understand what this is, to be honest. Like,
I'm guessing this is more of like a I don't know, maybe like a micro approach to this.
yeah,
I'm guessing. However, one could argue that Football Manager is also like a micromanaging sim as well, in a way, because you have a lot of freedom to go in depth into like managing your like the everyday happenings of a club. But I don't know. To be honest, I don't understand the difference yet.
The what I just don't understand about this is
what?
It's so difficult to me because it's like all the advertising over here is, look, you can do management with teams from England, but that's what Football Manager already was. So you've not really explained key areas in which this is different to me. So why I, as a Football Manager fan, should I be interested in this? That's not what I'm getting across. I'm sure if I was a Football Manager fan, I could go, oh, that mode's different, but I'm not. So as an outsider, what's the difference here? It just seems to me like you're rebadging something for a different market, kind of poorly for this market. So
and still, so I would understand this if it was like this is really mobile Football Manager.
But then that exists.
That already exists, so that's the problem. So it's like really mobile in the way that it's like a more simplistic, stripped down version of it. But it's not, apparently, because they actually advertise how in depth this is. So if we already have the game on console, Steam, mobile devices, why do we need another version of it that's powered by the other game?
The other game that famously was awful this year as well is worth pointing out.
That's probably a very simplistic approach to a very complicated issue, but we'll talk about that next week, actually, on the show. So stay tuned for that. But apparently, not so great. Not so great this year.
One note about this. I think that the video for the Champions 2026, I think for me it got auto dubbed to English.
Yes.
Oh,
and
one
that
of them. Yes.
dub is extremely weird.
Like,
did you hear that?
Was bored. Was bored. Was bored. Was bored. Was bored.
And
something
that's
like
it,
that, right? Yeah, that's
yeah.
And then
what I heard was like you will be born, I
starts.
think, maybe, or something like that. Yeah, but something like, yeah, you will be born, 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 and then they speak, and then it's not dubbed like anything else.
The crazy thing is they say that like in a sentence. So it's like, you'll be born, you will be born, you will be born, you'll be born, you'll be born, you'll be born. So it's like a sentence of you will be borns. Which is very interesting. And I'm going to leave the link in the show notes so people can watch this video and maybe they get this auto dub as well. Yeah.
But like when I start the video, there's this like little weird audio artifact there, as if it wanted to translate what that person said, but it just no sound comes out.
Yeah, it's only, I think, the first one. The second one doesn't really. There's two videos in this webpage.
Yeah, and then at the end of that video, like this guy talks, and there's no audio dub at all there. Like it's not translated at all. I think this is just like extremely buggy auto translation here.
So that's the thing. It's powered by Football Manager 2026. Yes, that's why it's buggy.
Not the auto dub.
Everything.
I think this is YouTube's feature.
People are talking about like all the bugs in FM26. That's it. Okay, so this is a good time before we get into the last part of the news. A good time to remind people that you're listening to the Sega Lounge. So we're here every week.
You will be born. You will be born. You will be born. You will be born. You will be born.
And this episode is sponsored by.
I was not kidding right now. I was actually going to say this. And if you want to support the show, you can do that, just like Lewis Cox did, by supporting like with a monthly donation if you want, or like a one-off thing. Our content is always free, so I'm not gonna like paywall our content. It's always free. But if you want to help us out with our like expenses running the website and all the other tools we use, the segalounge.com/support. So thank you very much. If you just want to subscribe to the show on YouTube, just do that as well. That's much appreciated. And our episode is sponsored by streamboo.com. For the cheapest of all the cheap viewers, go to streamboo.com.
I'm leaving.
And he left. We've lost Lime because of streamboo.com.
My gosh.
I'm priced out of this stream. Everyone's too bougie around here.
I had to make sure to press the camera so it doesn't actually follow me. So I can actually walk off
screen
when it does.
Right, retro news. A bit of retro news here. I actually want to talk about, but I mean, it's a lot of things. So maybe next month, when we do like the look back at the year, we'll talk about all the different community ports that have come out this year. This was a very prolific year in terms of like porting other games from other platforms to Dreamcast, to Saturn, to Mega Drive, and stuff like that. So I really want to leave a few moments of one of our episodes to talk about this, but not today. Today, we're going to talk about other retro news. A couple of games were uncovered and made available, like preserved, which is always nice. One of them, first one, courtesy of Sega Bits, lost Nintendo 64 game from Sammy, Viewpoint 2064, found and preserved online. So this was a like Japanese exclusive. A sequel to Viewpoint, which is a game that actually had a Mega Drive version, and it was on the Mega Drive Mini 2, if I'm not mistaken. We had Viewpoint. I could be wrong.
Good thing we did an episode about this recently, so we
yes,
can have fresh knowledge on this.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Mega Drive 2. Mega Drive Mini 2. Yes, Viewpoint. Yeah. So, and it's a shmup, right? So, and if you want to try the sequel that was developed exclusive for the Nintendo 64, why is it related to Sega? Because it's a Sammy game. It's Sega Sammy, right? That's why it's related to Sega. I guess retroactively in a way. But it's now been made available. It's preserved. It's available on archive.org. So if you want to try the game and play it on an emulator, you can. Right? This is cool. Have you guys played Viewpoint?
Nope.
No?
But I am actually really interested in this. This is really cool news.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of it before until this news all came out, but I'm very glad to see it's been released, and might have to fire it up on the N64 at some point.
And it looks really cool, I guess, for what it is.
For a Nintendo game of the year.
For a Nintendo 64 game, but still, it actually looks pretty okay.
It doesn't look awful, so that's good. It would look better on the Saturn, don't get me wrong, but
Of
it's
course,
pretty good.
like on a 32-bit system, right? Yeah, but it's really interesting. It's like I can see myself. It doesn't include Sonic and Knuckles 3 or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, okay, but this is a video that was on the Sega Bits article. But I can see myself actually enjoying this game because it's like your traditional shmup where like there's like loads of enemies on screen. You're like, it's more of like a first-person shooter in a spaceship, I guess.
It feels. I don't want to say it because it's so basic, but it feels a little Star Foxy. That's the closest thing I can think to compare it to. But when anyone says like about a 3D shmup, they're like, "Oh, it's like Star Fox," but that's really the closest thing.
It is because like the pacing is a little bit different than like a traditional 2D shmup. It's like less frantic, I guess. So definitely Star Foxy. Yeah. So archive.org, I'll link the Sega Bits article in the show notes, and they talk about that you can find Viewpoint 2064 for the Nintendo 64. Yes. Okay.
It'll make sense now.
This
amazing.
This reminds me of whatever you were trying to show in the blur.
Oh, yes. That's yeah. It's this. I'll show it later. It's the Dreamcast trading cards that I got. I haven't opened them yet. I should like maybe just do a video unboxing or something. Yeah, and the coin. Let's see if I can do a better job at showing it.
For some reason, I saw a cartridge in the blur when you held that up.
Really, I don't think you can see it very well. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, like Dreamcast logo there, yeah.
Like Dreamcast logo, it says $99.99. It's thinking. Yeah.
Still? My gosh.
It's still thinking.
It's been taking it a while now.
This is the hobby box with 4 packs of trading cards. This is one of the ones that I got. I got a notification that the Shenmue and Sonic Adventure ones I also bought are coming. They got delayed again, but
eventually.
But they're coming eventually in early December, apparently. So who knows? Maybe I'll do like an unboxing of everything when I get everything. So like make it a bigger video. Okay, another one that I wanted to mention, Lost Genesis Mega Drive RTS from Sega Technical Industry, Dark Empires, was also recovered and preserved. Yay, good news again. So another unreleased Genesis game, long thought lost, has now been found and preserved thanks to the Hidden Palace. Yeah, this is actually a proper Sega game. And it got cancelled in order to get the studio to work on Sonic 2 instead. Boo.
What a decision that was. That franchise never went anywhere, did it? So
yeah,
I was gonna say, like,
they regretted it
huge
dearly.
Hit, so.
Yeah, they regretted it dearly. And no, but yeah, so this is a real-time strategy game that you can now get as well. This prototype from a Hidden Palace, not the Radio Sega show, but the other Hidden Palace. And you can also find some footage here on the Sega Bits article. There's a video from the Hidden Palace showcasing Dark Empires, straight from an actual CRT, apparently. Right? Hence the quality.
It's low.
It's happening. Things are happening here. It's an RTS game. So if you're into real-time strategy games,
and early ones at that,
you can play one on the Mega Drive. Not a common thing.
I'm trying to think of any others, and I can't even think of any off the top of my head. I'm sure there are some, but they're just not coming to mind.
Yeah. Okay. Probably a more popular genre now in consoles.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks a little bit like Herzog Zwei, I think.
Oh, yes, that's one.
Yeah,
there you go.
Probably a little bit. Okay. So just wanted to briefly mention these two things. We're going to leave these links in the show notes for you guys to check out the games if you're into that. And finally, one more thing that Lewis Cox from the Dreamcast Junkyard brought to my attention earlier. You are probably all familiar with Sonic Robo Blast.
Yes.
Okay. Not everyone at the same time, please. Okay, thank you. Sonic Robo Blast. They're bringing this to the 32X. There's a 32X version, which I'm not sure if it's already available or still in the works.
There was a demo sometime last year, I recall.
Yeah.
That was the first zone. But I think there's been more progress recently.
Yeah. And there was a panel by the creators, I guess. So SSN Tales and Sexman. Sex with an A.
Oh, right.
Please.
Saxman.
And not Taxman. Another type of yes. And they talk about how Sonic Robo Blast itself got created, like the start, like hacking Doom and stuff, other games they worked on, and the challenges of porting this to the 32X, which is apparently something that is not that easy, and they had to make like some compromises.
As the real Doom port proves, it's not easy, and they're running on the same engine, so goodness knows how they made that happen.
So this is a very interesting video. It's like I think it's like an hour and a half long or something. So if you're interested in that, we'll leave the link as well for you to check out some interesting stuff about. I didn't really know the history of this game, which is like a long running project, and now coming to the 32X. Okay. That's it. Any comments on that before we move on to Sonic?
Very cool technical feat. If
indeed,
I had a 32X, I'd have a look.
Yeah. Okay. And for Sonic, we actually have basically two things, I guess. Three things, sorry. We have one of them, something that came sort of out of nowhere, and many people are saying this is proof we're going to get a remake of the original game. Bowling for soup, which is something that you can do if you're hungry, right? If you have no other skills, you can just bowl for soup. But Bowling for Soup is the band. I'm trying to share this, but I'm having a hard time for some reason. The band that performed, at least the singer, I guess, the lead singer, performed Endless Possibilities from Sonic Unleashed. Is it Possibilities or T? I think the title is T, right? Possibility.
Yeah, I think the title is T, but the song is T's.
T's. The possibilities are never ending.
I'm shrugging a lot today, and this is another one for the books. I don't know why they did it like that.
There's our thumbnail. So they're apparently doing. So I finally got this to work. Bowling for Soup reveal a new version of the Sonic Unleashed theme song. Frontman Jared Reddick discusses teaming up with bands Wheatus and Punk Rock Factory to reimagine the 2008 track. So apparently they're like reimagining this with Wheatus, quite famous rock band, I would say, and viral cover band Punk Rock Factory, which I was not familiar with prior to this. And they're like redoing this, so people are assuming this means we're gonna get a remake or a whatever of Sonic Unleashed
nowadays.
Thoughts? Is that what we're getting, in your opinion, or is this just like an attempt at getting some relevancy back by these guys and riding the Sonic wave of popularity?
A little bit of that, I think. Like, one thing maybe worth pointing out is the original's never been on streaming services, to my knowledge. It was only on the Sonic Unleashed CD, which was only in Japan. So there's never been, like, you can go and find His World right now on, like, Spotify, YouTube, whatever. this is the only one that's never been re-released officially, so I half wonder if there's some weird right stuff in there, and therefore they've decided to cover it all these years later to claim back some royalties or something like that, and also just give a new cover of the song that you can play at live events and things. There it is.
So
there's the shoulders again.
they saw what happened with Johnny Gioeli and Live and Learn, and they said,
went, "Hang on a minute, there's money here."
There's money. So yeah, and this is the video, the soundless video of the song, of the cover you can watch. We're gonna link this as well. Yeah, without any sound, this looks a little bit crazy, I'll say.
Yeah.
Like a little bit weird. Yeah, you got a Sonic, yay. Okay.
I listened to the song. And I mean, it's a cool version of it.
Yeah,
I think
so. Something for fans to check out. I don't think this means anything for Sonic Unleashed.
Not at all. No.
The game.
Yeah.
They would have revealed it alongside a game if it was going to be a theme. I think so. It's just covering it for the sake of covering it.
Yeah.
Artists do that sometimes.
Could probably have been any song, and then they just happened to choose this one. Probably
they happened to choose one for a series that is, and a character that is more popular now than it's ever been, I guess.
Yeah.
So, money. Yeah, Gum says, I thought Unleashed was a very pretty game, so I wouldn't be mad if it came back as long as it had some extra gameplay elements alongside a graphic update. Well, for the graphic update, I guess you can play the Xbox version, which is...
Or the recompile.
Or, yeah, that
may be allowed to say on this show or not. I don't know.
Well. You are. You're allowed to say anything on this show.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind.
And then I'll add the Sonic spikes.
And then I'll edit it. I thought you were gonna say, then I'll edit it out, but yeah.
No, he's saying something, and I'll speak on top of like, Sega is a very nice company. Buy all their games. Don't emulate.
It's either that or you both pulled shock faces at the same time. Can't believe you said that.
Can't believe, yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if it's one of those games that needs a remake or a remaster version. I guess
it definitely doesn't need a remaster. If they want to do a remake, like completely remaking it.
But I guess they should start earlier than Unleashed for that. There are other games to start. But I guess from a financial point of view as well, the Frontiers 1 year, remake the next would be a good plan going forward.
A very difficult sounding plan, but
I guess it's like Frontiers, remake, racing, or spin-off or some sort. Frontiers again, or maybe remake. I don't know. Is it that difficult to do? It depends on the game. Yeah. I guess Unleashed would be easy if they were just remastering it.
Yeah, remastering's a way easier process than a remake. But yeah, Unleashed is also like probably maybe minus Frontiers, the biggest game they've made to date. So it would take a lot of effort.
They're remaking they're just remaking the Wii or PS2 version.
Oh, way easier then. Yeah, easy. Can do that in a week, I reckon. Yeah, simple.
As we established on our Sonic 34th anniversary episode, the better version of that game, I think. I don't know. One of us, I think.
Who said that?
I don't know. One of us picked that as the best one, or one of the best ones.
I like the Wii version of Unleashed better.
There we go. It was lime. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Don't you give me that, Viper. I saw that. Don't you give me that. You were sighing at me right there.
Yeah, I was.
Right there.
I'm not even going to deny it. I was. Yeah.
Wow. See,
okay.
Gum, chat. You see how I get treated around here? Some support, please. Thank you.
Some support, please. Thank you.
Please. Anything.
Another bit of news here. I know you've played this. I think you've played this, Viper. Pac-Man World 2 Repack.
I have
right?
played this.
Have you played the Sonic content?
I have.
Oh, because it's now available and people can experience that now, right? We talked about this before. So any thoughts you want to share briefly?
It's a very polarizing DLC to a lot of people. I enjoyed it a lot, though, because I'm a big Sonic fan. I'm a decent fan of Pac-Man World, so it was just a crossover I never would have expected to see. It's a lot of dumb fun. The level design's a bit weird. I don't know if you can quite see it from this footage, but Pac-Man feels tiny in comparison to the location. So it's just like a little difficult to navigate sometimes. Like they feel really long as levels, but only because you could go through them much quicker and faster as Sonic. I don't know. It's still a lot of fun. It's Pac-Man and Sonic crossing over, something that wouldn't have happened like 20 years ago. So there's inherently a draw to that, to me at least. So I had my fun with it. This boss fight they're showing off is really difficult, though. That's the one thing everyone's taken away from it. Is it's so hard. I don't know why.
Oh.
It is rough.
Like, is it Sonic Superstars level of hard?
Worse. It is pattern recognition, try again levels of hard. Like I've seen people say that it took them like an hour or so. It's pretty bad.
Oh God! Okay.
For like this silly throwaway little Eggman boss.
Okay.
There it is.
Is the like the base game worth it as well?
Oh, the base game's brilliant. Absolutely. Like I thought the original was a good game, but perhaps one that like people kind of nostalgically attached to too much. Pac-Man World 2, the repack version, is just a game I can flat out recommend if you like platformers. It's a very solid game. One of my favorite games this year for sure. So if you see it on sale, which Namco also do quite a lot, why do people wait for our definitive editions? It's already pretty cheap, so you should be able to find it. The Sonic DLC isn't. It's like £10, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
£10 for like 15 minutes worth of content, unless you get stuck on that boss fight for an hour. Then you get a bit more value out of it.
There's probably going to be at some point like a definitive edition or like a bundle on sale. The winter sale, the Steam winter sale is coming soon as well, right? So that's
they might bundle it digitally at least, but
probably
maybe a physical one day.
Yeah. Okay, so something to consider because we have talked about this before, and so if you're interested, which I am, I've held off on that because I have other things to play. So, and since there will probably be sale soon, I'll just get it then and try it. Okay, so someone wrote something that I wasn't aware of. Okay,
that's
here,
me.
about
I
Sonic
kept writing
Rumble.
Things at the last minute.
Didn't know about this, so let's talk about that. So now it's time for our two final bits of news because the show is running really long already. Sonic Rumble. So Sonic Rumble, the first bit of news is it's out now. We already talked about this, but it's out now. Sonic Rumble is available. Shock, I know. People said it wouldn't happen. It did. We have done a whole episode about it. We have done a live stream over on our channel as well. So if you're curious about that, get more like in-depth commentary and footage and whatnot, you can check that out. Check other episodes out. That said, as I said before, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's not like, don't come into this thinking it's like a full-on Sonic game. Like it's not even like Sonic Dream. What was it? Dream
Team, not Collection.
Team.
That's a different game.
No, what?
Sonic Dream Collection's what I always want to call it, and that's a very different game.
What was the other one? The Apple Arcade one? Sonic Dream
Team.
It's just Team. Oh, it's Team. Sonic Dream Team. Okay. That's like a proper Sonic game. This is Sonic Fall Guys in a way, but in a very mobile-like way, free-to-play mobile-like way, right? It's very fun in short bursts, like play a little bit every day. you unlock stuff, unlock new like skins and skills and emojis and whatever. It's a little bit expensive in terms of their micro, more like macro transactions.
It's not even micro anymore.
They have said that they are aware of people's like complaints about that, and they're looking at ways of making that less of a problem. You don't really need to
the people who complain.
Yes, we're eliminating the complainers. But I haven't spent any money on it, and I've been having fun, so no problem for me whatsoever. I've like probably collected like 500-600 red rings. I've bought stuff with those rings. I've bought stuff with the normal rings, with like the 10 different types of collectibles that you can collect that are not really that well explained when you start playing. But that said, after 3 weeks, I guess, 3 weeks, I guess so.
It's been about that, yeah.
Yeah, of playing every day. No real complaints for me. Really fun game. And there's always like crossover events and stuff like Sonic 3 movie. There's one now for Shadow's 20th anniversary as well. You have like these big team battles against Shadow, against BioLizard, against Death Queen, that well-known Sonic character.
Well-beloved character.
Well-beloved. That said, the biggest thing, the most amazing thing about this game is the music. It's the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So definitely worth playing just for that. When I hadn't heard like the soundtrack, the full thing before. And last week's event was the BioLizard battle.
Oh.
I was like, what is this?
So good.
This is so good. The BioLizard remix is amazing. So
that's already a fan favorite I'm hearing for Song of the Year on RS. So make that what you will.
Definitely a good one. A very, very good one. Definitely check that out if you want. And apparently, Viper, you just wrote Tangle and Whisper are coming to Sonic Rumble tomorrow. I didn't know that.
Yes, okay. I found out about like half an hour before the show, so I don't have too many details myself. I just saw an image that was like Tangle and Whisper coming tomorrow. I can't elaborate much further. It'd be interesting to see. They're the first characters in a while, so will they balance their prices like they said they might in response to the claims? Or I don't quite know. Because it seems like that £45 tier of skin that everyone's complaining about is for... It'd be like a summer Tangle and Whisper look. You know what I mean? I got tangled. But, you know, it would be like for variants of these characters, so I assume they'll be on a tier below that anyway. But I'll still be curious to see, going forward from these guys, how that will work out in regards to like pricing and things. So I'll keep my eye on them for that reason, because I'd love to play as them, but I see them being unobtainable because I just refuse to pay the prices for these characters. But
yeah,
I love that they're there anyway. They're great models. It's nice to see them leaving the comics and actually getting into games now.
Yeah.
What's interesting is we're going to get onto CrossWorlds in a bit, but it seems like, according to the internal files of CrossWorlds, they were meant to come in December rather than nights. So I wonder if initially they were going to be in Rumble at the same time, if that makes any sort of sense.
Okay.
They were going to do like a cross promotion between the two, but alas, they're here tomorrow. They just kind of shadow dropped that earlier. So
I guess they couldn't just like they had to release nights because people were like,
I think that, and
it's on the box.
The most important reason I would more so think is because the IDW comic got delayed. That was meant to come out in December, but got delayed to February.
Okay.
Guess who else is now coming out in February?
I was also thinking like Christmas nights, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, I hope. Please, guys, come on. Oh wait, it's not a show. Please, guys, come on.
Okay, yeah. So speaking of CrossWorlds, And we have our big CrossWorlds expert, Lime, here. I think we're going to talk about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds every month for the next few months, because there's always stuff coming out. So this month alone, we got Ichiban as a character, and we got the Ichiban Festival as well, like more of like a dragon festival. This past weekend, we had SpongeBob and like the corresponding stage as well.
The Bikini Bottom.
Yep. Which we can show now as well. And there's more. There's more. So we're getting the Switch 2 edition soon.
Finally.
Soon. Next week, I believe. Yeah. I believe December 3rd. I'm going to check, but yeah. And more free characters are coming, including the aforementioned Tangle and Whisper from the IDW comics, right? I'm going to show that in a little bit. So thoughts about this, guys? You both mentioned you're still playing this a lot. So thoughts on all of this?
I'll let Lime go first.
I'm still enjoying it a lot. I was especially looking forward to the Bikini Bottom stage. I don't know much about SpongeBob, but I just felt like it's such like a known character, and it's just a huge moment to see a character like that in a game like this, and to be able to experience that and to play as SpongeBob, and also racing through that stage. That's absolutely amazing. I had so much issue getting the S rank for that time trial. My gosh, I fought with that for a whole stream plus some days to finally get it. So yeah,
madness
gives a challenge.
Madness.
Yeah, indeed.
Knights, II, Tangle and Whisper are also coming. Any specific one you're looking forward to?
I think both of us have made it pretty clear, haven't we?
I like out of those three, I think Tangle and Whisper are the most interesting.
Okay.
For me personally. Like I don't know anything about the characters really, but again, I know how popular they are, hearing other people talk about them. And so it's just like this big moment, I feel, to see those kinds of characters from like the comics world into the game world. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
are you going to disagree with me here, or what?
I'm not going to disagree with your opinion.
I mean, but
if you're excited, I can say no. You're not excited for that. I'm going to say I'm not excited for them, but that's because
what?
I would much prefer a Sega Legacy.
Viper,
Sega
are you
character,
hearing this?
You know.
I'm hearing this. I can't disagree with Casey. I think I said on the last episode. No.
My God!
Hear me out.
Okay.
I think I said on the last episode I would prefer Sonic characters to have their own parts. So like the Sega character thing be separate to the Sonic character thing. So it's like every other month we get a Sonic character, so that the Sega pool is completely separate. I think that would be cooler, that we'd have more Sonic rep as well, if they were to put it into a separate band almost. Like, I kind of don't like that they put two Sonic characters into the Sega band, and therefore I think it'd be cooler if they went like, okay, this month is these guys, then next month on the Sonic wave we have... I can't think who's not in it. Someone help me out here. Chip's not in it. Chip's next month's Sonic character. In terms of the actual
so you're
characters,
not protesting the characters, you're protesting
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, same thing.
I mean, you saw how excited I was for them in Rumble.
In Rumble,
not in CrossWorlds.
Get out of CrossWorlds.
Rumble I'll accept, but this is too much.
It reminds me of, was it like one of the Super Monkey Ball ones that had like a Sega pass?
Yes, and it was four Sonic characters.
Sonic, Tails, and like, Wait, so all this, like half the slots are Sonic characters, and it wasn't supposed to be Sega characters?
That reminded me of one bit of news
Mhm.
that I'll slide in quickly. They're delisting Godzilla and Miku from Monkey Ball, I think, within the week. All the other DLC characters are staying, but those two are being delisted.
Godzilla was in
I
Monkey
have
Ball.
them, right?
If not, get to
if
the
not,
eShop now.
This is the time. Yeah.
Did you say
So-
Godzilla?
Yeah, Godzilla is in Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble.
Wow.
I don't know why they're
How does
delisting
that
this,
one
but-
fit in such a small ball? That doesn't make sense.
He does actually raise a point here.
I can't argue with that. Yeah. So, you heard it here first. I heard it here first. Apparently, Godzilla is being delisted, and Miku as well. So, which is probably a little bit more important for some certain fans. So I don't know.
Godzilla
big as well.
isn't.
Godzilla is big. All right.
Boo.
Yes. Oh. Gum says, although obviously this is like old news, but excited. The Writer's Crew got come back and shine, and the Writer's Crew presence was so nice to see at the Japanese Sega shop too. It made Kid Me so happy. Yeah, nice. We need a Sega shop somewhere closer to us.
We do and don't is the thing.
Yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, we do. Our wallets don't. Probably. You have one in Shanghai, so it's okay. Tokyo or Shanghai, where you can also. Oh, I forgot about something that I didn't add to the headline. Not the Labubus, but the similar name things.
They knew what they were doing with the name.
The Labbies.
Right.
I forgot about the Sega
Labubus?
Labbies. It's just the first thing that comes to mind when I see this name. So the Labbies. This is the final bit of news. There is a trailer. I posted this in the it's actually Skill Jim did. It's like they're being created in the lab. So they're lab babies, I think. They're labbies, I guess. And so something goes horribly wrong while the bear scientists are playing Sonic the Hedgehog, and the Sega labbies are born. So they're basically teddy bears that look like Sega characters, like Kiryu, like Joker from Persona 5, and Sonic. Available at the Sega Store Tokyo. And even Linus Tech Tips is like
confused
by the Sega Labbies. Watch the video version if you don't get all the references. The Sega Labbies. So I don't see us getting this anytime soon, but these would be amazing. Yeah. Hey, Lewis. Oh, welcome. Awake with a gross cold. Oh, sorry to hear about that. Hope you get better soon. They look less like Labubus, more like Build-A-Bear. I don't know why they Labbies were the best name they could come up with.
Because it sounds like a popular brand name and people might get confused.
I would. Yeah. Was the first thing I thought. I don't know. I would love to get a Labbie. A Sega Labbie.
I want all of them.
I want a dumb little bear Kiryu. It looks so cute.
Yeah, a few years ago, you wouldn't have got me on this, and then I got into the Build-A-Bear Sonics when they started rerunning those. I'm like, as Lewis just said in the chat, they look like the Build-A-Bears. I don't know. Just having you say the Kiryu one's so stupid. I love it.
Yes, dumb little Kiryu teddy bear. So stupid. Yeah, I definitely something. Just look at like the frown.
The Joker one's surprisingly happy. Like he's never shown smiling much either. But yeah,
like the mask is like a bow.
I presume the mask also fits on him, right? Sorry? I wonder if it's like. I wonder if the mask is like elastic or something, because it looks like the right size for his face. Can you then put it on him?
Ah, okay.
That would be really cool.
Interesting.
Man, I'm the crossover market for this.
If I could only get one, I'd get the Kiryu one. I think they're all amazing, but the Kiryu one, man,
it's so dumb. It's
so
great.
dumb, so dumb. Okay, like Lime's looking. I want all three. Lime wants the Tails one.
Ooh, if I would like to see that one.
If only we knew people who lived near the store. Oh.
If only. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you also, someone also added, I'm assuming Viper. Yeah. Okay. There's a new update coming to Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Version 1.2.0 coming December 3rd.
Okay. New gadgets.
New gadgets coming soon, they say.
Ooh.
And here I was thinking they were like being more generous with the points system. No, they're just giving us new gadgets.
It's gonna be new gadgets.
Thank you.
I want to play with them. I want to play with them now.
What's in the update, but aside from the gadgets, but they did also push the update out early to Epic Games by accident. So I'm sure by December 3rd we'll know what's in the update.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's something coming next week. Lewis, did you cover Sonic Roboblast 32X? We did. Thank you very much for that tip. Yeah, we actually covered that, and I actually credited you. Sorry I didn't reply to your DM, but because it was a really busy day. It was really, really busy day, but we managed to squeeze that in earlier. So thank you very much. We're going to link that in the show notes. Right. So, guys, that's the news for November 2025. This is already running a little bit longer than I hoped. But, yeah, thank you for joining me. It's another news roundup in the books. If you're curious about what happened in October, in September, August, whatever, just go back and listen to all the previous episodes with our ramblings about Sega news. And now it's everyone's favorite part of the show, where you can share where people can find you. Let's start with Lime Reversed.
You can find me at Lime Reversed on Blue Sky. You can find me on Instagram, mostly on Twitch, and I'm also working a little bit more on the YouTube right now as well. So Lime Reversed on all of those places. Sorry?
Checking those stats.
Yes, indeed. Right now on stream, I am trying to S-rank all of the stages in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. So I have done the Sonic Speed once. So now I am on Supersonic Speed, and we have a few left there. So yeah, if you want to join me on the journey, give me a follow over there.
Hashtag Lime Madness. That's amazing, though. It's really amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Well, thank you.
Mr. Green Viper 8.
Oh, it's me. You can catch me on @thegreenviper8.lol on Blue Sky. I say it first every time because people seem to really enjoy it.
Yes.
Aside from that, I'm pretty active on Twitch. Also @thegreenviper8. We talked about it at the beginning of the show. Just finished off Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, and I also talked about it during the show, coincidentally, but on Monday going to be starting Yakuza, as in the first one, for the PS2, sorry. Including the god-awful English dub, so if you want to catch that, then...
With Mark Hamill, though.
Mark Hamill and so many other celebrities who seem to have completely forgotten they ever did this game. But that's on Monday. Follow me there. Otherwise, next live here on Radio Sega, if that's where you're listening. RadioSega.net, Fridays at 7 p.m. UK time. Pick and mix. Once again, more Sonic Boom, as I'm going to talk about my thoughts on them. So, Shatter Crystal and Fire and Ice. So, join me for that.
Okay, excellent. I was just I just got the Gum shared some pics from her pickups from the Sega store Tokyo, and we have Jet. Oh, this is one of the decals in the game.
This is the esports team, I believe.
Yeah, Jet Cross Otsuichi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is one. And the other one is this. I like these. Yeah. This
that's
one
very
is
cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah. If you're curious about what Gum picked up in Sega Shop in Tokyo, watch the video version of the show. And I can see there's a bigger Jet figure over there.
I think
in
that's
the
just
background.
the Jack Specific one, probably, right?
Probably. I also have that candle holder. I have two actually. I have one.
Right
I have
here.
just like the glass thingy, because I actually won one from a Sega Shop Twitter compo some time ago. But then when they shipped it to me, the old one, the holder, like the, I don't know, the plastic holder or whatever broke in the mail, and so I complained, and they sent me another one, and that one's okay. So I got two glass cups, I guess.
Holders, I don't have Jet,
candle holders,
whatever. It's big.
Yeah.
Is my Jack's big? Oh wait.
Okay. Wait. Let's see it. No. This one. This is Lime. This is Viper. Okay.
There he is. He's a unit. He's huge.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. As for myself and for the Sega Lounge, I'm really excited because I always get excited this time of year because we're really close to the end of the season, and it's when I get like not because of that, but because like I get to sometimes like squeeze in crazy ideas that I had throughout the year that I wasn't able to take action on. And so next week, if all goes well, we're going to talk about, this is probably a niche episode, but I don't care. We're going to talk about Football Manager 2026. So I've been meaning to have like a Football Manager episode, and I'm going to finally do one of those. And then the week after, again, if all goes well, we're going to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Sonic Rush. And then we're going to do a couple of crazy things for the rest, for the last two episodes of the season. So stay tuned for that. I'm probably going to be streaming Sonic Rush as well at some point before the episode goes live. Because I want to do it, because I've been meaning to do it to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Sonic Rush. So maybe I'm going to race Slime reversed in Sonic Rush. Maybe. Who knows?
It could be fun.
Haven't talked about it. Just maybe. I wanted to mention something else before we go. I was on the Dreamcast Junkyard's Dream Pod for the first time, so it's a big honor. And we were there, I alongside Matt, Oliver from Shenmue Dojo, and Lewis and Brian from the Junkyard. We talked about the 25th anniversary of Shenmue, and it was a really funny conversation. I was listening back to it first half yesterday, and it was really, really entertaining and really insightful, I guess. And Lewis, I assume, as editor, did a very good job of making me sound eloquent. So thank you very much for that. So if you want to know what we talked about regarding Shenmue 25th anniversary, go to the dreamcastjunkyard.co.uk. I'll leave a link as well in the show notes, and support these guys as well. Great podcast. Other than that, this was the Sega Lounge, episode 284, News Roundup for November 2025. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone who listened or watched this show. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.